Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Evan here. First official video on this channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to get into shape in 2026 and how to stay there. I'm sure I'll be making a bunch of different videos on finances and investing and a bunch of different things. But for today, we're going to be focusing on that. So let's just get into it. Main three things I want you guys to focus on is the workout, so having a plan. Number two is your diet, with an emphasis on meal prepping. And three is going to be on sleep and recovery. So let's just get into it and break down all those different things I want you guys to do. If you do exactly what I tell you for, the next 3 to 6 months, even after a month or two, if you're doing nothing, you're going to feel this right away. Because there's just so much misinformation out there on what to do and how to do it properly. But I went and took a bunch of years doing different things, so I can tell you guys what to do and what works, at least for me. But everybody that I've told to do this, or I've gotten advice from, it works, just plain and simple. So yeah, let's get right into it. For the workout, honestly, I want you guys to focus on 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. So a lot of people might not like that. Maybe your buddies or your friends are focusing on 4 to 5 sets of 6 to 8 or 10 to 12, or I even talk to people that are doing 12 to 18 and going above. It's like, think about this, guys. Think about it logically for a second, honestly. No doubt you can build strength that way. You can do a bunch of different things that way. But more reps, honestly, does not mean that you're going to get the most out of it. Sure, if you're going to failure, that is the end goal. You can do it that way. I think this way is a lot more optimal. 2 sets of 6 to 8, you're going to notice it right away. Everybody that I've told to do this, they're doing something a lot more reps, whatever it is. They switch from 2 sets, or they switch to 2 sets of 6 to 8. You're going to feel the immediate difference. Think about it. You have to push yourself a lot more harder, and it's going to take a lot more effort on your end to get the rep up. 2 sets of 6 to 8. Just think about it. If you're hitting something 10, 11, 12, you can be going up in weight and hitting less. Trust me, and you're going to feel it. So I'll tell you guys exactly what to do. Feel free to write this down, or maybe I'll put something up on the screen. But personally, I do 3 days on and a day off. 3 days on and a day off. That's just how I've always done it. It's what works for me. Some people, maybe if you want to start, you could do a couple days off in between if that's your thing. But I'm just going to tell you what works for me and what works for a lot of people. So 3 days on, 1 day off. First day, I want you to do a charms day, which is chest and arms. So, and what you're going to focus on is incline chest press. So it's going to be different, like with all these machines or all these exercises, what is available at your gym. If you go to Planet, Lifetime, maybe a more hardcore style gym. But you can find a way to make it work with dumbbells, whatever. I honestly prefer machines because I feel like they offer just a really good resistance profile. But yeah, so find an incline chest press, and then I want you to find a fly machine, and then 2 dumbbell exercises and 2 tricep exercises. So you can find those out on your own. I like doing a preacher curl and maybe honestly, it's whatever is open at my gym, what I'll do for biceps. And then for triceps, I like a push down and then maybe a French press. So do the same thing. Do 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. You're going to feel a difference. You're going to have to work a lot harder. And then you can hit abs if you want. I do abs every day. I just find one of those cruncher machines and just spam those. They get a lot of hate, honestly. But and then a lot of people are like, I don't even want to hit abs. It's like, it's a muscle too. You can work it every day. It does not take a lot of effort to hit it, honestly. Sure, if you're not at a low enough body percentage, you're not going to see your abs. You can still strengthen them, you guys. And it just feels good, honestly. It feels good working out your abs. So yeah, that's it for charms. You're going to want to take, another thing I should have mentioned in the beginning is you're going to want to take a couple minutes rest in between these sets because you're pushing yourself a lot harder. So yeah, a couple minutes, and when it gets to legs, after I do my top set on a hack squat, I'm taking a long break. Let's just say that. Once you start to push a lot of weight, you'll understand. For the next day, I want you guys to do back and shoulders. And so for that, you're going to want to do some sort of lat pull down variation. And you can look up how to do them correctly if you're still lost on that. But do the same thing. 2 sets of 6 to 8, pushing yourself, progressively overloading, doing more weight or more reps every single time. You can't be like these people that are going in and are doing the same workouts, the same weight every time and expecting results. You have to push your body to failure. You have to push your body to the next point, to the next brink if you want to grow. It's the same with anything. You need to get reps in life if you want to grow. How can you expect to get them if you're just doing the same thing over and over or doing less than? It's not going to work. So lat pull down, and you need to do some general variation for a row. So I like T-bar rows, or just a general row machine that you have. And if you have time, you can do a single arm lower back variation for a row. And then for shoulders, honestly, there's a lot of talk about it nowadays saying that it's hitting everything. I still think it's the best thing if you just had to hit one thing for shoulder press, but just a shoulder press, a general one, is going to fatigue the majority of your shoulders. And then a lateral raise and a rear delt variation. So that'll hit everything on your shoulders. If you want to do shrugs as well, you can. Honestly, I think like my traps have gotten really big just from doing these shoulder exercises and whatnot. So that's up to you. But do the same thing, 2 sets of 6 to 8. You're going to feel it. It's going to be a big difference. And make sure that when you're going into this thing, you have a plan, you have a notes ready, you have an app, whatever there is. Write down the machine or the exercise you're doing and write down the weight and how many you got for the 2 sets of 6 to 8. And if you're hitting more than it, you need to go up in weight next time. If you hit less, do it again until you get it, and then you'll move up. That's the only way to track it. You cannot be like these people that are going in and are doing the same weight reps every time and expecting to grow. It's not going to happen. It's just not. Last thing, at least for the workouts, legs. I want you guys, this is going to be the toughest day, honestly, for 2 sets of 6 to 8. Just everybody, gets all shy, doesn't want to do legs when it comes to working out. Think about it, you guys. Your legs have to hold everything up. Your legs are incredibly important, and it's just cool to push a fuck ton of weight on legs. Everybody's looking at you. It's hard. It's incredibly hard. That's why people dread going to leg days, or skip them. Couldn't be me, but yeah, let's just get into it. So you want to have some sort of squatting variation. Personally, I like doing a hack squat, and for something like that, I'll say that I don't do the 2 sets of 6 to 8 every single time because I'm pushing a crap ton of weight for the 1 set. So I'm hitting 1 top set of 6 to 8 because, it's 7, 8 plates. So you can look up how much that is, but it's a lot. And, there's no way I'm going to hit another set of that and hit the rest of my workout and have intensity with it. So it's totally up to you at that point, but I'm just going to do 1 set there so you have enough energy for the rest of your workout. Squatting, honestly, if you want to do it, it's totally up to you, except when you get up to a lot of weight, there's just a lot of risk involved, and hack squats and these other machines take a lot of the risk away. So that's up to you. I'll let you guys decide what you want to do, but stick to the 2 to 6 by 8, or just do 1 top set if you're pushing yourself to failure and hitting more than what you think you can. The next thing, it's all the obvious ones. Do a leg extension, a hamstring curl of some sorts, calf raises, and then the other ones I like throwing in every single time are goods and bads, or their ins and outs. So it's going to work, the outsides of your legs and the insides. These are just crucial, and they help all of your lifts go up, honestly, especially with legs. It's a very underutilized movement. I mean, the girls are always on the machine. Maybe that's why we can never fucking get on them, is because the girls are hogging them. I think I just saw some new commercial where they're like, it's for the girls. It's like, no, it fucking isn't. If I'm doing over 200, 300 pounds on it. It's for me. All right. It's for me at that point. Anyways, but you get my point. Do 2 sets of 6x8. Honestly, with some of the variations of this, like, especially if you're hitting it super hard in the beginning, like on your hack squat, you're not going to have as much energy because you just used all of it on your top set on your hack squat. So with a lot of the calf raises, with the ins and outs, with some of the leg extensions, for those, I'm still progressively overloading and doing more every single time. But some of them you can get away with going lighter and just spamming the crap out of it, because if you're going to failure, that's what's important in the end. I just think the 2x6 to 8 is a more efficient way to get there. But try it out, see what works for you. Honestly, if you switch to this, you're gonna see gains. It's going to happen, especially if you stick to it the next couple months. But that's not going to work if your diet and your recovery is not in check as well. So let's get right into that as well. For diet, I'm going to make this super simple for you guys. I always use this, but I eat like a dog, and it works. These dogs, they eat the same thing every day. They get all the nutrients they need. Granted, they're probably getting more fucking exercise than a lot of people, but it works. I eat like a dog. I meal prep. It's simple. Everybody's like, I can't do that. I can't do this. I gotta go out to eat. Who cares, you guys? Just meal prep. It takes an hour or two once a week, and I knock it all out. It's easy. I meal prep, and then everything is aligned. I'm gonna be making more gains. I'm gonna be pushing harder weights. It's, I guess if it was easy, everybody would do it. Not everybody is doing it, but this is the easiest way to do it. And it will hold you accountable, and you'll be able to tell the difference. So a lot of people always talk about 1 gram per body weight of protein. I'm not going to say that. I did that before. It kind of feels like too much, honestly. Especially when you're pushing a fuck ton of weight. Like I weigh 170 pounds. If I'm eating 170 to 200, it's literally just going to transfer to more like farts and gas and everything like that. Like, it's too much. Sure, if you're burning a fuck ton more calories, it may be useful to you. But for me, I'm just going to say this to you. Aim for just slightly less for what you weigh. And a lot of you are not going to be used to eating a lot of protein anyways. So this is the best case scenario for you. If you weigh 150 pounds, I would aim for 100 to 130 grams of protein. I weigh 170, so I'm getting like 130, 140, 150 every day. So just slightly less. And I'll just walk you through what I eat. It's a couple eggs in the morning. It all adds up to, that 150 grams. So you can divvy it out for whatever you think. But I eat a couple eggs and spinach, and I have a protein shake with almond milk. And then for lunch, I always have the same thing. I go to Aldi's and I get these protein gluten-free noodles with lean ground beef, and I put some sort of sauce over that with spinach. That comes out to like 40, 50 grams of protein. And then for dinner, I have the same thing as well. I'll switch it up sometimes, but honestly, this is just what works for me. I'll have salmon or a steak. And sometimes I like spamming a lot of those tuna packets. Honestly, they're fire. It's a fuck ton of protein for low calories too. And sometimes you can make like a sourdough sandwich out of that. Those are pretty good for your gut, honestly, for what we have access to in the US. So yeah, that kind of just lays it out. I meal prep all of that except for the breakfast. Sometimes I'll make that fresh, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 to 10 meals are meal prepped throughout the week. It takes me an hour or less every week. It's very easy. I hit my goals. My weights keep going up. It's simple. Sometimes I'll throw a protein bar in there as well if I need to hit my goals, but that is the easiest way for me to explain it. Honestly, you can make your own meals, get creative with it. It's totally up to you. When you're doing it all the time, it becomes, secondhand. Last thing is going to be sleep and recovery. I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but when you go to get your testosterone checked, they can look at all your vitamin levels, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. For me, it was fats. I needed a lot more fats like avocados, almonds, olive oil, things like that. Another thing was that my sleep could be better, and I think for a lot of you guys, your sleep could be better too. A lot of people think that they're getting so much and they're tracking it, but it's like you're looking at your screens, you know, up until 1 or 2 a.m. It's like you're not going to get the most optimal sleep if you're doing that. Just think about it. So get what you need to get better sleep and recovery. A lot of things that helped me early on were sleepy tea, like chamomile, if you've ever heard of that. It just calms you down before you go to bed. And then a sleep mask really helped me as well. Just block out everything. And then just picking a time that works for you and make it consistent, make the room dark. You need to get 7 to 8 hours every single day if you want to have a productive day, if you want to have a productive lift, if you want to get into shape. This is going to be different for you if you're trying to lose weight and get into shape. You can just adjust it slightly to take in less calories. Like that's, you know, I'm going to say it's the easiest thing again, but it's not for a lot of people. You just have to eat less. You have to be in a caloric deficit. That's a whole nother video I can make on another time. But yeah, those are the things I want you guys to focus on. Tracking your workouts, going in with a plan, not being one of these fuckers that goes in and hits the same thing every time. Have a diet. Meal prep everything. Just make it secondhand nature. Your friends are going to want you to do this, whatever. You can still enjoy meals. Have it fit your schedule. Meal prep it. Don't worry about it. You have everything going for you at this point. Get better sleep. Get better recovery. Everything else is going to follow in the end. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll have more videos out soon. Peace.